Hi, this is Madison, and I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech for my speech class. According to the National Center for Victims of Crime, 1 in 5 girls will experience childhood sexual abuse. When I was in elementary school, about 1st through 4th grade, I knew one of these girls who was sexually abused by her stepdad almost every day. She went through this for about 4 years until she decided to tell her mom. After telling her mom, she got out of the situation and her stepdad went to jail. Only for a month, but jail nonetheless. Now, what does this have to do with my persuasive speech? Today I'm going to tell you why you should speak up about abuse. If you or someone you know is being sexually, physically, or emotionally abused, you need to tell someone. Telling someone can do 3 things for the person. It can help get the person out of an abusive situation. You can make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else, and you can be the reason that abuse doesn't kill the victim. So, getting the victim out of the hands of the abuser is the first step to recovering and breaking the cycle of abuse. 73% of male abusers were abused as children, says the Domestic Abuse Shelter. If you can help someone get out of an abusive situation, they themselves are less likely to become an abuser as they get older. Another benefit of getting the victim out of the situation is now they have an opportunity to get help. The girl that I knew in elementary school, I know that she went to a lot of therapy sessions, and she has said that that's helped her tremendously. After her and her mom got out of that household, she had the opportunity to go get the help that she needed to help her grow and become a functioning young adult. So her stepdad went to jail for a month for what he did to her, and he was on 10 years of probation. He's not allowed to live within a certain distance of schools or churches or places where a lot of kids are, and he cannot go to public places that it is known where a bunch of kids go. He is also listed on the National Sex Offender Registry. Her telling her mom was a step in making sure that he could never do that to another child again. Bringing in legal forces allowed for some justice to be served in that case. In other cases, legal action would have led to more jail time and maybe even prison. He could have went on to abuse other children and his other stepchildren if he would have spoken up about her abuse. If she didn't speak up about her abuse, my apologies. 4,000 women die annually due to domestic abuse, according to the Domestic Abuse Shelter. If someone would have spoken up about the abuse, these women might have lived. There is hope, and you can get help for people that are struggling to get out of abusive households or relationships. Nothing can be done about abuse if no one knows that it's going on. Domestic abuse is so much more common than you think, and even if you suspect abuse, it is better to speak up and be wrong than to have someone that you know die at the hands of the abuser because you didn't bother to speak up about it. Who remembers the story that I told about the girl in the beginning? Well, that girl was me. I went through 4 years of sexual abuse from my stepdad, and one day decided to tell my mom. My mom took me to the hospital and called the police. We moved houses and I got out of that situation. If I hadn't told my mom, who knows where I would be today or if I would even be alive. I am grateful that I had the education I needed to know that situation was wrong and that I needed to tell someone. If you or someone you know is going through abuse, you can call the National Abuse Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or call your local police station. Thanks for watching, and this was my speech.